everybody, Kaz here. Today's December 9th, Saturday, and decided to get out and well, I was watching let me just switch there. I was watching as normal YouTube videos, and was going through the people I normally follow and everything like that, and I don't know, kind of got itchy there to go out and do a blog myself, and it's something I haven't had the itch or want to do lately, but I don't know. This time it just is, hey, let's do one. So here I am, and I believe this video is going to be titled "I bought the CVO because of the color," and that's pretty much is the truth of the matter here. If I was going to be honest with you, I was definitely not looking into buying a bike at all, let alone a CVO. In fact, I never thought I would ever buy a CVO, but just went into Kingwood HarleyDavidson, and they just got the CVOs in, and I've actually already seen the CVO, but the silver color one, and had not seen the Whiskey Neat, as this one is called. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a beautiful bike. You know, again, this is my preference, so I don't know if you like it or not, but it is definitely something that appealed to me. Anyway, had to get away from that distraction there. Okay, so yeah. So the color appealed to me, and so the sales guy, I guess, saw the what do you call the game out there for the taking, and started talking to me. I was just telling him how much I like the color and everything like that, and asked me if I wanted to take a test drive, and I was like, no, absolutely not, which I was actually kind of surprised that, I don't know, again, I've never asked for a CVO test drive ever, so I was kind of surprised that they went ahead and did that. But anyway, so I did, and oh yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a review of the bike and everything, there's probably hundreds of them on YouTube and everything else, so all I can say, I agree with all the positives of those reviews. I just knew that this was definitely something different when it came to previous bikes that I've owned. So But enjoyed that very much. But again, it was not my intention to ever purchase a CVO in that. So after a very impressive test ride, the sales guy said, "Hey, let's see what some numbers look like. Is there, anything you wanted to trade in or anything like that?" And I was like, "Well, I do have a Ultra Limited." So I was actually saying, "Okay, what can you do with that?" So they went and did the numbers. I'm sitting around drinking my water that they give you, and they came back with some numbers that were like, that isn't bad. Still kind of high from what I'd want to pay monthly for something, but it wasn't bad. So I said thank you very much, and that was pretty much it. Looked at it a few more times, and then kind of went home. Of course, they had some big event, I guess a normal barbecue event the following Saturday, and we come on out for that. So I did, because they were serving brats and hot dogs and things like that. So was prepared to come out that Saturday, and did that. And again, they kind of did the old I know you said the prices were kind of high and things like that. How about if we do this? And they kind of showed me some new numbers, and I was like was even more impressed with what they showed me. But again, they were kind of higher than what I was really looking for. And again, I just wasn't in the mood to buy a bike. But and also I kind of explained to them that I got the Ultra because I wanted to ride with Meg and have her on the back, and so it'd be comfortable for her and everything like that. And so I was kind of like, well, do I really want to get that? And it's also really nice to go shopping with, because you got the trunk on it. And I was like, well, kind of really do want to keep that bike, because it doesn't make sense to take this bike and do everything to make that kind of like an Ultra. So they said, oh, okay, let's see what we can do with just no trade-in. And so again, they did some numbers, and again, it was pretty impressive and tempting at that time. But again, I said no. And I called Meg and talked to her about it. And actually, that's who I can blame, is Meg. Because she's the one that actually came up with the idea of, well, why don't you trade in the lowrider? And which didn't actually come to my mind, because that's a fun bike to ride and everything else. And I started looking at that. Well, that would kind of be a replacement for that bike with this bike. So I kind of talked to them about, hey, what if you took my lowrider in as a trade-in, and showed them the pictures and the upgrades I did on it, and they without seeing the actual bike, they gave me a trade-in value that was higher than I've ever been offered before on it, which really, when you do all the trade-in and everything else, made that price even well, actually probably at the level that was an offer I couldn't refuse. And so I guess that was the best way to kind of put it, is I mean, I still could have said no, but it was like oh man. and again, looking at the color, it was like so I kind of pulled the trigger on it, said okay, I'll do that. And went ahead and went through it, and ended up getting the bike. And I'll put in some of those, a little bit of that clip. I was trying to do a video on it, but I just couldn't speak. I was just so overwhelmed by what I did there. Again, buying a CVO. So I love this bike. Actually, looking, you know, the display is amazing. The everything else. So one of the first things I was thinking about was bars. But these are the stock bars, and actually I don't dislike them. In fact, I could even go as far as I like them. Speaking on the bars, I'll probably clip this one to put it into the other video, because I forgot to tell the little funny story, which is like I said, I kind of like the stock setup. I mean, I normally wouldn't like the stock bars, and would be thinking about changing them out right away, which I thought about changing them out right away. But then I was going, well, I actually kind of like these bars, and they're not so bad. So I was thinking about not changing them out until I started following this guy on YouTube called Bogey Biker, and if you haven't seen his videos, you got to check him out. He's definitely funny, and he's got a lot of interesting ways he shoots his videos, and very enjoyable to watch, because he's not caught up into the YouTube stuff that like other people have kind of turned into doing that. So check him out, Bogey Biker, and funny guy, and I really like watching his videos a lot. I basically watched all his videos from the beginning once I found out who he was. But anyway, about the story. Oop. Nice, start up in third. That's not what you want to do. So anyway, so like I said, I wasn't thinking about changing out the bars because of hey, kind of like these bars. They're they don't make my wrists feel awkwardly turned or anything like that, and it's easy to handle the bike. so I was kind of liking the bars. And then I was watching Bogey Biker, and he just got a new to him 2020, I think it is. It might be a 2022, not real sure. Road Glide, and you know, he's kind of a tall guy anyway, but he didn't like those bars at all. I mean, he actually did not like them at all. And while he was riding, he made a comment about the bars, saying that it made him feel like he was riding a scooter. And I cracked up so hard on that one. I was like, man, he just nailed it about this bike. I mean, like I said, I do like the bars, but where they're positioned, I guess it makes me feel like I'm riding a scooter. And you know, that just can't be allowed. So needless to say, I ordered the bars probably the next day. Can't exactly remember, but I did order the bars pretty quickly. Pipes, because I don't know if you can tell, this is definitely a quiet bike, even though it's got a 121 engine in it. I mean, it starts up nice and everything like that, but you know, and I was even contemplating not getting pipes because of the sound system you got. And let me mention this, okay? I'm gonna call BS to anyone, and I'm not challenging anyone, so don't get angry out there. But anyone that says that, you know, doing 80 or whatever with the music running, oh, you can hear music just fine, you know. Sure, with the music blaring and doing 80, I can hear that music is playing. You know, I kind of remember, you know, in my younger years when I cared about that stuff in the car and everything, and going down the highway with the music blaring and with the windows open. You know, yeah, you can hear the music, but that's about it. You can't really enjoy the music. I mean, if you know the song and everything like that, it's all kind of stuff that's kind of filled in your mind, you know, how the music sounds and everything else like that. So but actually hearing it and doing that, and besides, I put a Rockford system on the Ultra Limited, and I really haven't used that very much. If that, you know, I've used it, but again, it's just not like listening to the music with the windows closed, rolled up, and you know, no wind noise and everything else, which is definitely a lot more enjoyable when you're blasting the music. But anyway, so listening to that music at 80 miles an hour, yeah, just I can't see that as really happening. You know, if you got the speakers in the thing, then I can see that. But even that's a challenge, if you ask me. So anyway, what's handlebars. So with this new design CVO and everything else, accessories aren't readily available. In fact, there weren't any handlebars out there that were being made, well, that I knew of. They said they had factory 47s, but that would fit the old street glide and things like that. It was the dealership the service department didn't exactly know how they would achieve hooking everything up, since they've never done one yet, and I didn't want to be kind of like the experiment, even though I still think I might be. But anyway, so looked around, did some looking, and found out that KST Customs actually designed their handlebars for the new CVOs, the Road Glide also. In fact, and so I got on that at YouTube explaining about it, and they actually had to retool their tooling to make the handlebars and make them a reasonable width and everything else. So they're the only ones I knew of that did that, but again, I didn't search a whole great deal. I saw their bars, and I like to look at them. They're the standard meat hooks, I guess you call them. And so I did so I ended up getting those. So still waiting on them, because with those bars, they're 14-inch. You need the extended cable for them. Clutch cable only. The brake is fine with that, but the clutch cable you need an extended cable for. So I went ahead and ordered that too. So a couple weeks went by, still haven't heard anything, so I called them up and found out that they didn't have any more clutch cables and had to wait for someone to make them for them, and that wasn't gonna happen until maybe, again I say maybe, the 1st of January. So so I called the Harley dealership and asked if they had any insight or any special path to getting clutch cables for that. They checked, and there's no one making them. Well, I'm sure there might be someone making them, but they don't have any in stock either, so that would be just as throwing a guess into when I would get those. So I just went ahead and, I stayed with what I already had going, and we'll see what happens in January. But just kind of shows you that they don't have the standard stuff, accessories that you may want to get in stock at JP Cycles or wherever you shop there, Revzilla or whatever. I'm looking at pipes. Right now they got, I think, they got the chrome ones on here, which I think some black chrome would look good instead of just the flat black. So again, I haven't really done any research on that, who's actually making anything like that for these new CVOs or not. So I still like the 2-pipe look, but the 2-in-1 might be an option I go with, but I'm not really sure yet. Another thing is probably a windshield. I think this is probably just a little bit, although I feel it like maybe right about here, but it's not really bad. But I'm sure Chromeworks will get new windshields for these, because they don't mount the same. So there's that. What else? So pipes, windshield. Yeah, this intersection's always bad because there are two lanes up there turn onto the state highway there. So anyway, so it brings us back to the title of this video again, that I bought a CVO because of the color. And so yes, I did. That's really kind of all I can say about it. But it ain't the first time that that happened. That's how I actually bought my Road King, that Laguna Orange. I was there, just riding to the Harley dealership in San Diego, and the bike was sitting outside. Looked at it, it was like, oh my gosh, let me ask about it, and I did. And it was a bike that it was a 2017, well, it is a 2017 new bike that someone bought, put 300 miles onto it, didn't like it, or said it was too big or something, so they returned it for something smaller. And of course they couldn't sell it as a brand new bike, and so I got an excellent deal on the Road King. And but yes, I bought the Road King primarily again because the color. Again, I wasn't looking to buy a bike at that time, but ended up doing that because, again, the color. In fact, if I go back 6-7 months ago, I was at another Harley dealership here in Houston, Mancuso, and that's when they had the 2022 Ultra Limited with the HarleyDavidson black and orange, and the paint that was had the Harley logo kind of fading into it, and so that was kind of a cool little paint job that, again, I would have bought that bike because, again, the paint job that had on it. Not that I needed a new bike or anything like that. So I guess I'm a sucker for colors, if you want my attention. So anyway, once I get moving here, I'll go do I guess I can do it here. So I guess that's the video, to end this video of why I bought this CVO. And that's I guess that's a reason, maybe not the best reason, but that's kind of my reason there for it. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, maybe I'll get back into, because there's our videos previous that you might want to check out. This video was actually kind of enjoyable doing, so maybe I'll get back into doing some more. Definitely what I'll do is videos on the upgrades I do this, and so I'll be doing those, so look out for those, and we'll see you then. So everyone, be safe out there, stay safe, God bless, and peace out. Cause out.